Redner's presents
Copy that.
Food for Thought. Your chance to learn.
Okay.
Nutrition information.
Hey, everybody. Blah, blah, blah.
Achieve your lifestyle goals. The types of food to eat. And how to prepare them. Starring Meredith McGrath, registered dietitian and coordinator of the Health Sense program at Redner's. And Chef Tim, executive chef and director of food service at Redner's. The views expressed on Food for Thought are not necessarily those of the staff, management, ownership, or sponsors of 8:30 a.m. WEEU.
I'll give a countdown.
And now, here are your hosts, Meredith and Chef Tim.
Okay, I'm counting us down in 3, 2, 1. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Redner's Food for Thought, right here on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. Coming at you live.
Beyond. What's like beyond? How far is beyond?
It's everywhere that's not here.
Like how far does it reach?
It goes all the way.
Really?
It doesn't stop.
Incredible.
It can go as far as you want.
Love it. I love it.
We are coming at you once again for our monthly installment where we talk about all things delicious food and all things Redner's here. And I can't believe it, Chef Tim, but we managed to get the sun to make an appearance today.
Fantastic.
Or at the very
I think it's
least,
going
it's
to
on
be
its
really
way
beautiful. The weekend is like going to be outstanding, correct?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
It'd be nice. It
nice.
just gets warmer after that. I'm Andy P. along with Chef Tim. You just heard him over there. And, of course,
Hello.
Meredith McGrath.
How's it going?
All right.
Just all right.
No, it's great. No, it's very good.
Goodness.
How you doing? I walked in and it
Good.
smelled incredible. You guys
Well-
are already prepping, which never happens.
You know, it only takes a little garlic and a little onions
Yep.
to produce that smell.
That's all you need.
But because we have such a jam-packed show today, I realized that we kind of had to get moving. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
sure, yeah.
Because we need to eat. And,
Yes.
and the other thing is our wild card right here.
Ooh.
You see when we get a menu,
Goodness.
it's like the real deal.
Look at the thickness of this
Yeah,
paper.
so I knew, I got this menu a few hours ago.
Yeah.
So I was mentally prepared for what's coming, but yet, like, I still don't really know what's coming.
Sure.
So I got to take the luxury backseat of maybe a couple side dishes, maybe a fun dessert.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we are going to let Chef drive the boat today.
All right, Captain.
And I'm
Wait,
really
we don't want that.
excited.
We do not want that.
I don't want that.
Listen, we have
We do
already
not
made
want
it
that.
through February's big events. So the big game, we made it through Valentine's Day, and now we're coming up in March. I know, do you see this? It's subtle. It's subtle.
I was going to say go Eagles, but then I.
That's not what the green's for. We had a lot of
No.
green, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How about
You
that
see
game,
what it
man?
says though? New York Giants.
Wow.
Did you pick that up?
I didn't.
Listen, it is my only green shirt that I own, so I felt like it is what I had to do. What do you want? Okay?
That's perfect.
I am in theme. I'm in spirit.
Yes,
okay?
you are.
And so we're only a few days,
Yeah.
weeks away
Yeah.
from St. Patrick's Day, so I thought this was really good. You know, sometimes you have those years where everything overlaps. You have St. Patty's Day, you have Easter, like they're back to back to back. This is like the perfect year where we have some space to really embrace the holiday,
Nice.
so we can like get prepped and start doing some like fun, festive green food.
Absolutely.
Right?
Easter is a full month away from St. Patty's Day
Yeah.
this year, so that's really nice.
And everything Chef is doing tonight lends itself to a really hot promotion we have coming up
Oh.
starting next week. So starting March 6th through March 19th,
Okay.
we have corn beef brisket on a
Hey.
really hot promotion.
All right.
So it is front page, yes, and it is our Black Canyon, which is Angus beef brisket. So this is the top of the top. This is the best of the best. So Chef is going to show us tonight how to prepare it and how to use it, because it's, you know, you don't just slap it on it. Well, you could just
You
slap it on
could.
a plate. It's that delicious,
Corned
right?
beef and cabbage.
Yeah.
But
right?
if you want to appreciate it.
But there's so many, and this is like a huge hunk of meat here.
Yeah.
So that means you could have leftovers, you can make a couple different dishes, and it's
Right.
really pretty fabulous.
Yeah.
And as you were pointing out earlier, the flat cut, how important that is.
Yes.
So you want to talk about that, or you want me to talk about
So there's flat cut and there's
pointed?
pointed.
Pointed cut, okay. And the difference being that one is flat and one is pointy.
Yeah. So the flat cut
Yeah.
is a much better trimmed version of your beef. As you can see, isn't
Yeah.
that really beautiful?
It's got
I
some
mean,
good marbling in there.
And
A nice amount.
but it's a really nice cut of beef.
Yeah.
So it's really consistent with thickness all the way through. Where the pointed one, it's not quite as consistent or as nicely trimmed.
Okay.
In my opinion.
This is where the flavor is right here, baby.
Yeah, right there, man.
That's the fat. You
But
gotta
no,
have a
but
little
this
bit of
this
that.
is a great piece of meat.
Yeah.
Because look at the size of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not too
That's a
big.
big
It's not,
boy.
but it's not small either.
And this is at Redner's right now, or it's on the way.
It's on the way.
Okay, on the way,
it's
yeah.
definitely on the way, and the
Right, we're still
promotion
in
is going to
February.
start.
We're
The
still in
promotion is
February.
going to start next Thursday. But before we start this,
Yes.
I feel it is necessary for me to have this huge confession
Uh-oh.
because I want to be honest and I want to
we
be
sit down?
transparent. Because honestly, I'm very scared and I'm a little anxious about this.
Oh.
And even when I reached out to Chef Tim, I was nervous to ask him to do this. I have never had corned beef brisket.
Oh my God.
So I've had brisket. I love
How
brisket,
dare you wear that shirt?
but I'm being honest. I've never had it, so I may have
I think
sent.
she's lying.
I am
Not
absolutely
even in a
lying.
sandwich. Not even the
Nope.
thin slice. No.
A Reuben.
Wow.
No,
Never had a Reuben?
No. Look, I have notes. I have legit notes
Yeah.
that I had to write down. Do you see this? Reuben, rye bread, Russian dressing, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut. Because I've never had a Reuben.
Really?
It doesn't.
I'm telling you.
It's
I'm
like-
telling you. They're
I've
Reuben's
even had
like
green
the
beer.
king.
I've even had green beer, and I don't even like beer.
I know.
I like whiskey.
Yeah, okay. Well.
But I've had that, but I haven't had this. So tonight is the night. So don't mess this up. No pressure.
No pressure.
This single taste test could make or break my future with corned beef brisket.
Let me tell you what. I don't know which this Reuben stuffed chicken
Yeah.
is. I mean, that's
I know you were talking.
it's ridiculously good.
You were singing the praises of this chicken earlier.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. And I mean, I guess I can confess it's the first time I ever made it. So.
Wait, did you already make it? Or like literally in 10 minutes is going to be the first time you've made it?
I mean, I made it earlier today.
Okay.
But like fully made it or just prepped it?
Well, I fully made it, and there's a reason why.
Okay. So
There's
you
a
tasted
reason.
it.
Yes.
Who else tasted it? Did you get rave reviews?
Yeah, there was a couple other people in the
Who
kitchen.
were these people? I want names.
Brett.
Brett? Like Brett who? I'm just
Matlock.
I'm just not buying this.
Really, really
Brett
good.
Matlock, who's an awesome employee at the Central
Okay.
Kitchen. Tabby Crockett, I did bring 3,
Okay, so you.
but I only have 2. So you know what that means. She ate a whole one.
Okay.
It was that good.
I mean, you're also, the head honcho over there, so maybe they were just saying this to be nice to you. Whereas we're honest, though.
Oh, yeah.
This is a whole new level of a
Let me-
panel of feedback.
Let me
for
tell you what, I can't wait for you to try it
Meredith.
because I think it is absolutely outstanding. It is so good that I'm only going to make. I brought 2,
Yeah.
and I left the other one in there for your husband
Oh, how
okay.
nice.
because I think it's so good that
Sounds good.
I'm looking forward to
So
it.
do you want to
That
get
one's
started?
great.
Do you
doesn't
want to
really-
get started with this?
Yeah. I mean, what do you want to do? Can I walk through how I made it?
Let's do it.
Please.
Because here's the problem with both these items is that in the amount of time that we have for the show,
Yeah.
I can't sit here and pound the chicken breast out and stuff it and roll it and bake it and then bring it out and cut it up. That's not doing any justice.
Okay.
Because you have to take your time and do it correctly.
Yeah.
And you got to bake it. You got to let it chill down. And then you have to slice it up.
Okay.
Okay? So there's just not enough time for that. Does that make sense?
I got you. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
That's why I wasn't sure because brisket is the chest, the breast, right? So it's a little
for
bit.
this sucker?
It's tougher. So it takes the low and slow approach to cooking.
100%, yes.
So it is not
Yes.
food for thought, let's whip this out in 20 minutes. Watch
Yeah.
how fast we are.
Yeah.
It does take a little bit of TLC.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the Reuben,
Okay.
the Reuben stuffed chicken. Okay, hold on a second.
Holden. Meredith.
I'm gonna put it in the oven. That's why.
I just wanted to let you know you definitely have a future if you ever wanted to, join the CIA. You're a great interrogator. I was very intimidated that whole time.
Yeah.
I was on pins and needles with Chef. It's just like,
Well, sometimes
he's
you
going to
gotta-
confess something.
You got to push him a little bit, You
Yes.
got to drag it out of him.
For what?
That interrogation, man. I'm sweating bullets over here.
If he didn't
Never
pick
mind,
on my
it's not
shirt,
anywhere.
if he didn't pick on my shirt, I probably would have let him slide.
Oh,
But
my
I felt
good-
like he needed a little bit here. So
Well,
Got
that sounds
'em.
good. So anyway, all right. So let's talk about the corned beef. You want to
Okay.
talk about corned
Yes.
beef?
Yeah.
So what's great about this is it has a spice packet already with it, so it seasons it up. Coriander,
Yum.
mustard seed, peppercorns. What else is in there? Pink salt, because that's
There you go.
the Himalayan pink
Himalayan
salt
pink
is in
salt.
there, and I think that's for the most part of it.
Yeah.
So that's what makes corned beef brisket corned beef, right? Because other than that, this actual cut is just brisket.
Correct.
So it's in a brine,
That's
and
what-
it has the seasonings.
correct.
Okay, so that's the difference when we're talking about corned beef brisket versus your traditional
Correct.
brisket.
100%.
I love that.
No-
Okay.
no
So,
problem
I
at
mean,
all.
I feel like I'm on my way. I mean, I love all those spices.
Heck
So
yes.
it makes me feel like I should love corned beef.
Oh my God, look at it. But isn't that beautiful? It really is beautiful. Now, speaking of spices, though, I have to ask you guys, do you guys use any of these?
Any of the spice mixes?
The
Hey,
Redner
this one here.
spices?
Right
Absolutely.
Right there, right in the middle. That's the go-to for me right there.
These spices,
I know
use
you
them,
love that one.
I use them at the central kitchen all the time. Look at this garlic pepper. Look at that. Isn't that
is
beautiful?
One of the best spice mixes that they got because you could just use it on about any dinner.
So Chef is showing us the Redner's brand seasoning mixes, and I always recommend these to people because spices can be quite pricey. And when you go and you have to constantly be purchasing
Yeah.
individual spices,
Right.
it adds up. I love my spice collection. I have a huge spice collection. I always love to build off it. But I also love the seasoning mixes because if there's something that you have to use regularly,
Yep.
if it's something that you like to put when you're out grilling and you like to throw it on your chicken breast or your brisket, these are so economical because the price, they're very reasonable, and they're tasty. And it also takes the guesswork out of it. You don't have to be like, oh, wait, which spices go together? Because they are together. It will also tell you how to use these. Great on fish, great
Yes.
on chicken.
Yes.
So, again, you don't have
Yep.
to be the executive chef like our executive chef.
No.
All you have to do is read.
But I love the size of them. I love the look of them. I mean, they are bold. They are beautiful. I love them. And, like the spices, you come in those little guys.
Jars, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? So
$6, $7, $8.
I want to get rid of them.
Oh my gosh,
and
right.
I want my whole pantry to just have all these.
Yeah.
So, but I really, really love these a lot. So you'll see this. Okay, so where are we at here? So in the Pick 5, you're familiar with the Pick 5, right?
Yes. Love the pick
Love the
five.
Big Five. I was about to say,
Love the Pick 5. And they have this beautiful chicken breast, which is probably about between 10 and 12 ounces, okay? Which is a perfect size for this application. So what I do is I took the Pick 5 chicken breast, split it in half, open it up, not all the way, just butterfly
Okay.
it, and then plastic wrap over top like you did with your pork
With
the other
the pork.
day. Yeah.
By the way, that was so delicious.
It looked really good.
I actually made it like 3 times in the past week because my kids ate it, my husband ate it. It was like, and it had vegetables in it.
Oh my gosh.
I actually went to the pan and tried to scoop out extra vegetables, and my husband's like, "What are you looking for?" I'm like, "Veggies," and I thought he would say, "Take mine."
Yeah.
He ate them, and he didn't know there was mushrooms in
Big
there.
success. Oh my gosh.
There were
major
mushrooms in there.
success.
Yeah.
So the inspiration I pulled from that pork dish
Yeah.
was I had to do a stuffed dish a little bit better. So that's why, a little competition, it's always good.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So then we have first I roasted this off, which took maybe about 3 hours.
Okay, and so what temperature are you looking at for this?
I did 275.
275. Okay, so for this, all you're doing is taking it out, patting it dry, doing your spice packet, your seasoning packet,
Absolutely.
and then 275 for like 3.5-ish hours.
Yep. And I cover mine with foil, so.
Cover your brisket.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, for maybe about half the amount of time.
Okay.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. So then what? Then we over in the meat department, they have this fresh sauerkraut, which I love. The Swiss cheese from the deli department, and then the Thousand Island from aisle 1A. If you didn't catch that.
Thank you.
So anyway, so you split the chicken breast, you pound it out, and then I put in thin slice of the corned beef,
Okay.
then the sauerkraut, the Swiss cheese, and then I added another twist because it's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
I put asparagus down the middle.
Oh,
So that kind of like,
asparagus is really good.
it is good.
It is
and,
one of the better vegetables out there.
and it goes extremely well.
Yeah.
So then what we're going to do is we roasted that off.
Yeah.
And 325 for about 15 minutes. It comes out absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Then let it chill down, and then I slice it, and then put it on a pan back in the oven to bring it back up to temp. Now, wait until, so I have these, where is it? We got these baby spring mix, which I'm going to use for both dishes.
Very good.
But they're from Little Leaf Farms. I love this salad.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that on the plate, and then we're going to drizzle a little bit of the Redner's Thousand Island dressing over top of it.
I am so hungry.
So what happens is you have all the makings of a Reuben except for the rye
The
bread.
rye bread.
Yeah.
I went to my checklist for that. I had to go through.
I was going
Yeah.
to say, are we sneaking the rye bread in anywhere?
You know what? I should have. But
You know what you could do?
What
you could
could we
take
do?
you could cube some rye bread and then turn those into croutons for your salad. Rye bread croutons.
Good.
Oh, yeah, I like that on here.
Boom.
Good job.
Thanks, man.
Yep, I like that.
Look, we all work together.
Not too bad. All right, so I'm
No.
starving. I heard that whole setup.
It would have been maybe kind of cool to be able to pound the chicken and roll it and do
Yeah.
all that stuff. But, sorry. But it just, it's too much of, why do that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
You know
think
what I mean?
you explained it really well. I mean,
yeah.
and what I
Wait
what
till
I
you see it. It's incredible. Wait till you taste it.
yeah, what I love about this is there's no specifications in terms of like a recipe. You don't have to sit there with your computer, with your phone, with your recipe book. It's just being creative.
Yeah.
It's just using the basic items and getting it done,
Yeah.
right? I think as long as you have your foundation here, which
Yes.
is the corned beef brisket, which I think is pretty cut and dry in terms of how to do it, how to prepare it.
Mm-hmm.
You get that done, and then all you're doing is stuffing your chicken breast. Everybody's pretty familiar with that. So you can't go wrong.
No, not at all.
I love it.
Now, we are going to be offering from the central kitchen in the prepared food department the corned beef and cabbage meal like we did last
nice.
year, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really, really good. But I'm telling you, this Reuben stuffed chicken, I'm telling you, is going to be absolutely fantastic.
You can add it
And
to your
then
repertoire.
I
Yeah.
love it. All right. Are we ready for a break?
I think we
And we'll
are.
see how the oven, we already do have a lot of things going on. We have 2 dishes in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
We have 1 on the stove and a lot underway. So again, don't forget to check out the corned beef brisket promotion, which starts March 6th. It is $10 off this huge, beautiful Angus beef, Black Canyon, flat cut corned beef brisket. Ooh, say that 10 times fast. With $150 purchase. So really great deal. $150. Go and grab your groceries for the week, and then don't forget to pick up your brisket, which you will get $10 off. And of course,
Love
you'll
it.
learn all the great ways to enjoy this brisket here tonight with Chef Tim.
Very cool. All right, let's take our first break of the evening. I want to remind folks that you can, if you're listening out there in Radio Land, some of you might want to see what we got going on over here. We got a video coverage of that, no problem. Just go to Facebook, look up Redner's Warehouse Markets. We got a live feed going right now here on Redner's Food for Thought. We're going to take a quick break, though. We'll be right back after these messages here on 830 WEEU.
Shopping at Redner's has never been easier or more convenient with Redner's Ready, the order online and pickup service for Redner's Markets. Visit rednersmarkets.com and click on the Redner's Ready icon. Then choose your items, pay online, and pick up your order in any of the designated Redner's Ready parking spaces, and your groceries will be brought right to your car. It's Redner's Ready, the convenient online order and pickup service available only at rednersmarkets.com.
Hey guys, do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now? Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Nox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Nox 47 is brand new. The hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
Find out how to get Nox 47 for free. Call now, 800-480-8114. That's 800-480-8114. Free bottles for limited time. Call 800-480-8114. That's 800-480-8114.
Is it time for you to start thinking about Medicare? Jefferson Health Plans has you covered with a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Committed to the long-term health of Berks County, Jefferson Health Plans is here to help you start your Medicare journey. Learn more at jeffersonhealthplans.com/start. Jefferson Health Plans contracts with Medicare to offer HMO, HMO DSNP, and PPO plans. Our HMO DSNP also has a contract with the Pennsylvania State Medicaid program. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal.
Let Ocean State Job Lot get your lawn ready to be the best in the neighborhood. We have everything you need at prices that will beat any of those big box retailers. We've got an amazing selection of grass seeds, lime lawn food, and fertilizers. Plus, don't forget about garden hoses, nozzles, and sprinklers. And right now, we have a great selection of better quality women's garden gloves for just $2.99. How do we do it? Who cares? Come on in and save at Ocean State Job Lot.
Shop, earn, and save with the Redner's Rewards
30 seconds.
at Redner's and unlock big savings on groceries and fuel. Redeem your points in-store and fill your shopping cart with fantastic deals. Buy 3, get the 4th free. Save on fuel, too. Enjoy discounts at Redner's Quick Stop, Speedway, and many other locations. Get 5 cents off per gallon for every $50 spent.
10.
Tons of special offers, digital deals, and surprise savings available to rewards customers.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Kits.com.
And we are back here on Redner's Food for Thought, right here on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook.com. Look up Redner's Warehouse so you can see what we got cooking. Back in Meredith's kitchen with Meredith McGrath and Chef Tim. Ooh, I saw you pulling out those M&Ms over there, by the way.
I know. I had to pull out all the green ones.
I almost stole them. I'm so close.
Keep your hands out of the candy jar.
Fine.
You gotta wait till we get through all of this, Andy.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I at least eat the cabbage or something? What we got going on over here?
Okay, so far we have one thing out of the oven and one thing back in the oven. So we still have 2 dishes in the oven, but I did take out our roasted cabbage steaks.
Aha.
So this has quickly become a very popular item in the McGrath household, only with the McGrath in front of you right now, because no one else likes it. That's totally fine. I know not everyone loves cabbage like I do. However, I love cabbage in so many different ways. There's so many cool things you can do with it. And we recently celebrated National Cabbage Day at Redner's Markets. It was a one-day event. And so I always encourage people, make sure that you're really engaging with us on social media, because we always post these hot one-day sales, and that was a great example. I think cabbage that day was like 59 cents a head.
Oh, wow.
So yes, our produce department is very quick to do these deals, and it will be like, boom, 1 day, 3 days, 4 days, and you never know what they're going to have up their sleeves. So always want to check that out. So I went out and I got cabbage, and I was like, all right, what should I do with it? Let me do it a little bit different, because I was really in the mood for cabbage. And so, I took my big old head of cabbage, removed the outer leaves, and started just slicing it vertically.
Yeah.
Threw it on a roasting pan.
Yeah.
A little spritz of, I use avocado oil, and then garlic powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper, and then in the oven at 375 for
Roast
like
them up.
30 minutes. And it was so crazy because I stood there and I was like, oh, these turned out really good. And I was eating them and eating them. And I couldn't stop. Do you like cabbage?
I love cabbage.
Okay, so do you love it as
Absolutely
much
love
as
it.
I? Like, I could eat all of this right now.
I don't know if I could eat all of that because I'm
Yeah, you
going to
wanna
get
feel
really
so
full
good
with
that
this
later.
chicken.
Yes.
Oh, not bad.
So I grew up eating halushki. So
There you go.
halushki is the cabbage and the
Yeah.
onions, and as much butter as you could fill and cover it, so it's swimming in it. It's absolutely delicious.
Okay.
And so I tend to make that with a little less butter, a little more cabbage, and a little less salt too. But lots of salt and pepper.
Sure.
But I think this is a really nice alternative. So this is a great side dish for what Chef has in store for us. So this is simply just green cabbage roasted cabbage slices.
Yeah. Like
So
you said, they look like
it's seasoned.
little steaks of cabbage.
Yeah, and if you do want to pull off this outer edge here because they kind of like fall off, I personally think that's the best
I was going to
part.
say, no, you want this.
It is totally
It's like
the best part, so
when you
I
make-
don't want to remove that.
Yeah, when you make a grilled cheese and you got the burnt cheese, you want to keep the burnt
Yes,
part.
I did flip it a few times just so that both sides got equally brown and beautiful.
Very
So,
good.
all right, Chef, you are up.
ready?
I see 4 plates ready to go here.
Yeah. Very fancy, by the way.
So we have our little leaf lettuce on the plate, and then also the Russian dressing. Chef Tim is pulling the stuffed chicken breast out of the oven.
Oh my gosh. That looks
So,
good.
again, this is a butterflied and pounded down piece of chicken breast stuffed with the corned beef brisket. We have asparagus, we have sauerkraut, and Swiss cheese. Chef, did I get everything?
You got everything.
I got everything.
Well done.
Oh man, so I totally paid attention.
This is like the
Very good.
This is like the ultimate chicken cordon bleu.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So we had the oven still at 375 degrees. I believe Chef had it in the oven for, 15-ish minutes.
Yeah, not long.
Yep, 15-ish minutes. And cut it into beautiful slices, put it on top of the little leaf lettuce, and then you could, of course, dip it in that Russian dressing.
Oh
so
my gosh.
This looks fabulous.
Yeah, this looks
and
incredible.
fancy.
I know. Can Chef prepare all the meals before? What?
Andy P.
I'm just saying.
Andy P.
Look at
Do
you.
not bite the hand that feeds you.
I will not.
Okay?
I will not. By the way, feed me. Thank you. Yay! This
So
is
we
so
do have
beautiful
this
looking.
ready to go. I love the asparagus. The appearance is absolutely beautiful.
It really is.
And I'm sorry, Chef, remind me of the seasoning that is on all 3 of them. So all 3 of the Redner's seasonings made it on the chicken breast, and they are the Old Canadian steak rub, the garlic pepper seasoning rub, which is from New England,
Yep.
and the lemon pepper seasoning. So some really great seasonings here. Looks like we have, oh my goodness, on my eyes. So some garlic, some paprika, some onions, more garlic, which excites Andy P.
I always
and
love
myself.
that.
Red
More
bell
garlic.
pepper, some parsley. So some very, familiar spices that make up a great combination and look absolutely beautiful on this chicken breast.
Look how great. I mean, I think that's a beautiful looking.
Am I
breast.
supposed to go?
I don't know. Do we need knives
Why
for
not?
this one, or do we think we can do
Well,
it with a fork?
I mean, let's not
Okay,
get
yeah,
too
you're-
fancy
you are
now,
digging
Andy
right
P.
in.
It's not like we've ever had manners before.
No, you're right. I apologize. What was I thinking?
Okay.
Where aren't my manners? I'm sorry. You're eating. So we got a little bit of the Swiss cheese. I got to get the asparagus and the corned beef with the chicken.
So,
So
is
it's-
this the first corned beef?
I'm gonna cry.
This is it.
Andy
This
P.
is officially the first corned beef.
Yeah. What do you think?
And Chef, I do want you to weigh in because I think sometimes people get a little hesitant and nervous about the pink color. Okay? Because if I was to make a traditional beef brisket, it's not pink.
No.
Okay? So the corned beef brisket is pink and it's okay.
Yeah.
100%. And it's only because of the brine that it's in that turns it pink.
Oh, okay. So it's not undercooked. That's just the
No,
coloring
no,
that comes
no,
from
not
the
at
brine.
all.
Got it.
Not at all.
It's good to know, because I am one of those people that if I saw that color, I would be like, did I do it wrong?
Did I do it right? Well, you shouldn't be cooking to color. You should be cooking to temperature. But, that's
You're
me and
very-
my food safety
You're correct, actually. That's a very good
standpoint
point.
here.
Anyone out there listening, remember that. Cook to temperature, not to color.
I don't know. I don't think Meredith is digging this as much as I am.
I'm into it.
Listen, I'm getting ready to speak here.
I skipped
And
lunch.
I also plan to save. That is something that you don't know about me. I am not capable of eating at food trucks, for instance, because I need to have all of my food at one time.
Sure.
I can't have one bit. I don't do well at hibachi tables either.
Really?
Because I want everything, because I like to keep things in ratios.
Oh my gosh, I am such a weird eater too.
Yeah,
And
I can't
sometimes
finish one thing before the next. Everything has to get finished at the same
They
time.
have to take their turn.
So it kind of freaks me out a little bit to have one thing and not have the rest.
Right.
If I know that is my full meal. So knowing this is my full meal, I want to wait till I have everything and then I can finish it. How do you feel now that you know that, Chef Tim?
Interesting.
All these years, 5 years in,
Fascinating.
we're just learning.
Yeah, we're learning new things.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I think you're going to love the next one, which is a pistachio crusted crab
yeah.
cake.
Let me get to my
Love
menu. Who
pistachio.
took my menu?
We
Somebody
have
took my
several
menu.
menus over
And-
here.
Okay.
There you go.
And because of the produce, I love our produce, so I like to support them as much as possible.
Yes.
I have this nice fresh asparagus, the corned beef sliced real thin and wrapped it around the asparagus. So I'm going to sear the crab cakes, then I'm going to add the asparagus and the corned beef in, and then we're going to drizzle it with hollandaise sauce.
Oh, baby, come
Really.
on.
Another great,
Okay.
great dish.
Did everybody catch all that?
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Okay.
go through it one more time.
Okay. Sounds good. So you need to hit the stove. Is that where you're going to go?
Yeah, if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, that's pretty good timing. So, is there anything else before we move on to the next part?
No, I don't think so. We still have one more side dish in the oven currently. We're 2 down. We have our roasted cabbage. We also have our Reuben stuffed chicken. So 2 have been completed
Very
and
successfully.
2 to go, and maybe a little bonus surprise at the end.
Awesome. Let's take our quick break so that we can enjoy eating this delicious food, and we will get back to it here on Redner's Food for Thought. Don't forget, check us out on Facebook. Look up Redner's Warehouse Markets. But we'll be right back after a few messages here on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and Beyond, and I'll be enjoying my dinner. Take care.
When it comes to grocery shopping, you're a pro, and Redner's Markets is here to up your game with Redner's Ready. Shop online and save time. Orders can be placed as far as 4 days ahead or as little as 2 hours before pickup at your selected store. Your items are always handpicked, and our personal shoppers will accommodate any special instructions for your grocery needs. Plus, there's no difference between in-store and online pricing, no extra pickup fees, and you can redeem points from your Redner's Rewards membership. Skip the trip with Redner's Ready. Shop online at rednersmarkets.com.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. Babbel is designed with you in mind. From expert-created lessons to conversational video units and even live classes, you can personalize your Babbel experience to be exactly what you need to really learn a new language more easily. Go ahead, set a goal for yourself. Accomplish it with Babbel. Try Babbel for free. Go to BABBEL.com. That's Babbel.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Got a special event? Let Redner's Markets cover the catering with their delicious
30 seconds.
Roger that.
prepared foods. Host the best brunch with their sunrise brioche sliders, wraps, and fruit trays. Treat your guests to Redner's assortment of pastries and cakes, or take your party to the next level with fried or rotisserie chicken, shrimp cocktail trays, traditional or boneless wings, and even
10,
heat meals made by our executive chefs. Put down the apron and pick up the party.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Markets.com.
Top of the evening to you out there, folks, and welcome on back to Redner's Food for Thought. You know, next month, it's going to be St. Patrick's Day. And not even next month, just in a couple of weeks. And we are going to be getting into the spirit, and we're getting in the spirit right now, prepping some very nice-looking St. Patty's type inspired foods. We already have our Reuben stuffed chicken, which was fantastically prepared by Chef Tim, by the way. Which was a boneless breast of chicken that was opened up. We added the corned beef in there. We put in the sauerkraut, the Swiss cheese, and the asparagus. And then we sliced that bad boy open. That looks so good. And we had it, and it was delicious.
Well, and what I always find amazing is when you have something this delicious, and you have all the components, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to sit here with a huge 16-ounce piece of meat.
One piece of chicken.
That's it.
One breast.
Divided by 4 people in this room.
Incredible.
And, like, you feel fulfilled. And, you know, this is another thing that I stress when I go out and I talk about nutrition and talk about healthy eating and cooking is that, you know, when you take the extra steps and make it a little bit more special.
Right.
And you add in your veggies, and you add in some nuts, and you add in some fruit, whatever it ends up being. But you really put a little TLC into it.
Yeah.
When that product comes out, you're pretty happy with the serving size because it's so delicious, and you're mindful of your food. You're very aware of the texture, the taste, the flavors, the colors, and all that comes out. And Chef really nailed it here with the colors, the textures, the flavors, everything feels special. It's the perfect combination. And, you know, there's no recipe. I know people are going to be reaching out and asking for the recipe. There really is no recipe. You can make this whatever you want it to be.
It's just some basic understanding about construction of it.
I think if everyone sends an email directly to Meredith,
here we go.
That she will
I will hand type up this recipe. I will try to get into Chef Tim's. Don't forget, every time I ask him for a recipe, he'll say, "Oh, it's really easy. You just do this," and he tries to talk really fast, so that purposely he avoids the actual question.
Must get you upset, huh?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I still can't make gravy or the mashed potatoes the way you make them, but that's okay because I'm happy with my mashed potatoes. I'm not happy with my gravy, but that's that's another show.
We don't talk about the gravy.
Maybe next November is going to be the time when I nail the gravy.
That'd be nice. Maybe I'll be able to one of these. I'm terrible with getting it from the turkey. My dad's always just like, use the bag, use the pre-made stuff. And I'm like,
that's how I feel.
Dad, I'm not going to put in 10 hours of cooking just to give up on the gravy, which is...
And the thing is, like, I love gravy.
Yeah, same here.
I love gravy. So you think that I would work on it, but it's a little low on my priority list. Right. I have other things to worry about.
Very true.
Anyway, but again, when we think about what is put in front of us right now, we have lean chicken breast and actually this beef brisket. When Chef was talking about flat versus pointed earlier, the flat is actually leaner than the pointed. So, and we bring out the flavor by doing all the things that we did by adding in, the asparagus and using some of the seasoning. So we're getting a lot of that flavor back. Yeah. But we are picking the leaner cut, which is pretty awesome. So
it was really good. It's not like you couldn't taste it either. I know that leaner means less fat, which means less quote-unquote flavor. But you could taste it in this. It was really
absolutely.
Good.
So we have that dish check done. Chef is back here at the stove. I believe he has the crab cakes sautéing in a pan. He also has the asparagus, which is wrapped in thinly sliced corned beef brisket.
Oh, my gosh.
And, Chef, you do have a little bit of seasoning yet on that.
Absolutely.
And is there a particular one that you used?
Right here.
He used the New England garlic pepper seasoning rub.
How about those crab cakes? Look at them. And they are breaded in pistachio.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot we've been doing that.
I'm like a pistachio fanatic. I'm going to do a whole show on pistachio. Can we do that?
Totally.
Of course.
Because I really am obsessed with pistachio.
You could do pistachio appetizers, pistachio main course, and dessert.
Do you remember This is going to be hard for me to like. We did the brie.
Yeah.
We did a brie wrapped in pistachio with like mangoes or something.
Yeah, I
It was like at a holiday appetizer, and it was
That's
so amazing.
Yeah.
It was definitely one of my favorites. So, Chef has this on the stove right now. The other dish that we have in the oven, sweet potato hash.
Yes, I saw.
Yes. So super simple, but we did have to start that ahead of time. Basically, take your peeled and cubed sweet potatoes. I made them extra small because I used my little cutting machine.
Nice.
I'm still on the fence to know if that's really efficient or not because I was.
Is it the what's that
No,
called? No, not
the
that,
mandolin. It wasn't the mandolin. It was like that thing where you put your veggie on there, slam the lid down, and then it all slices through.
Right.
I mean, I couldn't make them any thinner. I made them so thin, and I was like pushing down. And then I got to the point where I put the cutting board on top, and I was like using my elbow. And my daughter's looking at me. She's like, "Mom, why don't you just cut it?" And I'm like, "I know, I'm saving time."
You don't understand. It saves time.
I save no time. I absolutely save no time. But anyway, they are beautifully cut and diced little sweet potatoes. So they were sautéed nicely on the stove for a few minutes. Spray a little bit of your oil, olive oil, avocado oil, garlic powder, paprika, salt, pepper, really any kind of seasonings that you're looking for, and give it a nice sauté with some garlic and some onions. That's what you smelled when you walked in.
Yes, that's right.
And then toss it right in the oven to finish off and get nice and tender in there. And then we're going to add that to our dish with, our roasted cabbage. And, well, you're not because you already ate your chicken breast
really
stuffed
tasty. Reuben. I did eat it all.
Me, I get to enjoy it all at once and enjoy, the beautiful flavors going together here. So, Chef, we will let you catch us up with where you are right now.
My gosh, this is absolutely excellent. And again, it was just taking corned beef, walking through the store, and just thinking like out of the box. All right, what can I do with this corned beef? Asparagus. The asparagus look beautiful. Look at that asparagus. You see asparagus?
Yeah.
Look at that. So you walk through the produce department, I see this beautiful asparagus. I'm like, I got to use that. Not once, but twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's true. Yeah,
I love crab. I love crab meat.
Yeah.
Crab cakes.
Do we have to work? Flip it over or anything?
I just did.
Oh my goodness!
And then
this is why they pay you to be
because
the chef.
yeah, right. And because it's St. Patrick's Day and pistachios are kind of green.
Sure.
I grind those up and I bread them so you have a pistachio crusted crab cake.
You think this would work with like other nuts, like walnuts or pecans or something like that?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because some people, not fan of pistachio.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Or you just do panko breaded or
Oh, totally.
Whatever you want.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're eating it. I want you to do whatever you want to do.
That's just you cooking.
That's it. But let me tell you what, we're going to take those crab cakes and we're going to pair them with that corned beef, the asparagus, and then hollandaise over top. And then, of course, featuring little leaf again here.
Very beautiful.
To kind of, set everything around it. So I'm loving it. I really do. I love it.
But do you look at all the colors that we have surrounding us right now.
It's beautiful.
I mean, beautiful, bright, vibrant colors, the flavors coming through, fresh, great food. And even though we had to do a little work ahead of time, I mean, it's still a reasonable amount of time for you to get these, great dishes to the table.
Yeah, I mean, like the longest part was the corned beef, but that's just low and slow, like you said.
Yeah, you could totally do that on now, Chef, after you roast the brisket,
yes,
you could obviously do that like the day before, correct?
Yeah.
So then you have it ready to go. So, ideally what you can do after you roast it, let's say you roast it on the weekend when you might be home and you're kind of like hanging out at the house, and then that week you can make some of these other dishes.
Right.
Try to slice it some different ways, but I mean, you can make tacos, you can make egg rolls, you can make casseroles. I mean, really, the sky is the limit with this particular. I would love to see this in a breakfast dish with maybe like an egg casserole or.
That's a good idea.
Man, gosh, even like a sandwich, right?
You can make an egg sandwich. With some
avocado.
I had my mind blown the other day when somebody was like, you could just do a grilled cheese breakfast sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you just take the egg that you make and then fold it into the grilled cheese right there, and then you grill it up. And now you can add Well, for instance, here you could add some of that corned beef brisket to it, and it would just send your breakfast sandwich game way above.
I'm totally
Way
not
above.
waiting for you guys. I'm just
I
digging
noticed.
right in.
Somebody was
And I love how I did it.
pointing at me.
I did it in the middle of a sentence, so you had to keep talking. And I could shove food in my face. Oh, look at you! You bring your plate over.
I'm
Like,
bringing
"Here,
the
feed
plate.
me."
Yeah, that was
Oh
some food,
wait,
please.
didn't you say you want Chef Tim to only do the cooking?
No, I didn't. I said he should
Andy
do it
P.
more often. I didn't say that he should
Andy
always.
P.
I don't like being on this end of it.
Don't come at me with your plate
send
now.
it to Chef. Don't do it for me.
Anyway.
What is this, by the way?
So
The sweet potatoes?
this is like the little diced roasted sweet potatoes.
Got
So super easy. Again, make it what you want, but hit it on the stovetop. Look at how little they're diced.
Yeah, you.
So maybe I was efficient in terms of using my little chopper.
Yeah, I would say so.
A little bit of oil in the pan, salt, pepper, garlic powder,
They're
paprika.
uniform shape too.
Whatever you like. I also had the sautéed garlic in there with a little bit of onion, and then just finished them off in the oven, and they were probably in there for like 20 minutes. We didn't really pay attention. They got a little bit crisp, but honestly, I really like them that way, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we have our orange, we have our green, we have our pink, we have our brown, we have our yellow, all
the whole
these beautiful
rainbow.
colors of the rainbow here.
Boy, did I make a mess in the back of the kitchen.
Hey, caramba!
That's the whole point, isn't it?
That's okay.
Okay, I'm going to take some of the sweet potatoes here and put them on the side.
All right, chef.
So what do you think?
Well, we're going to find out. I think we have enough time to taste test it.
Ooh, we are? We're
Yeah,
doing
why not?
it? Okay.
Why not?
All right, let's do it.
Because then we can spend time at the end talking about all the other good stuff happening at Redner's Market.
All right. Now, I said we don't normally have manners, but I'm not sure about this one, how we're going to do this.
I
Chef,
think you
what
can
are you
do it.
thinking? I don't know. We might need the knife.
I would just pick it up, and that's what I'm going to do.
I was
That's
about
what
to
you're
say,
gonna do?
you could just do it
Yeah.
that way. Yeah, I don't know. The fork went through pretty well.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I
I'm doing
used
the knife.
I grabbed the other end too, kind of like you in the cutting board with the potato slicer. So here we've got the corned beef wrapped asparagus with the crab cakes with pistachio and hollandaise sauce. What are we thinking?
You might have me officially sold. Do you
Oh.
want to know why?
Oh my goodness.
Good asparagus.
So not only did I make my initial confession that I've never eaten corned beef brisket before, I am not a huge fan. I don't say this often, but I'm not a huge fan of asparagus.
Blasphemy.
This is so good. This is really, really good, and that is true. I love all my greens.
If you want a little more.
I love all my greens, but asparagus doesn't typically do it for me. But this guy, wrap it in a
I was
little
about to
brisket.
say,
Wrap it in a little brisket, and all of a
Wrap it in
sudden,
some brisket.
asparagus is now officially on my
Very
list,
good.
and I love it. But
It goes really well with the sweet potatoes too. The crab cake and the
yeah.
sweet potatoes. Oh my goodness.
this is definitely like a little Irish buffet here.
Absolutely. Oh, we didn't even hit up the cabbage yet.
Well, I did. I did it
That's
during
true.
break and just kept like taking little pieces
I'm
of
gonna
it.
take a little bit of the cabbage there, and I would say this is pretty successful. How do you feel about it, Chef Tim? How do you feel about your skills and your ability and your ingenuity? Yeah, folks, if you're watching online, he's just like, eh.
No, I do like it a lot. What I really like about it is that, you know, you don't.
I thought you took my fork.
I did.
We've never had a show where we're just like waving around forks
Oh.
and utensils at each other, but
Well, you just roll through Redner's supermarket and you see this beautiful asparagus, and you know you're doing something with corned beef, and then you're like, the asparagus is so beautiful. It just leads from one thing to another thing to another thing, right?
Yeah,
do you want me to give you one more? This is like a big day.
yeah, right.
This is like officially an intervention. Just so you know, Chef Tim, you've changed me.
Yeah, it took 5 years. 5 years, and the chef actually gets to cook.
However long it takes, the results were perfect.
That's all good. Come
All right,
I don't think I've ever said
But we've had
that
good-
I've enjoyed a crab cake.
Oh, really? And
This
now-
is the truth.
And what do you like? You like pistachio?
I am all this crab cake is.
I don't know. It's. Hey, listen! It came out of Redner's seafood bunker.
Is that where it came from?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I just
okay.
took the crab meat and you mix it up.
Well, you just took the crab, yeah, but then you rolled
The
it in the
can.
pistachios, right?
Well, no, you take the crab meat, open the can. It's beautiful crab meat.
Yeah.
And you add little, Old Bay, a little bit of mustard, mayonnaise, and just kind of like a couple other seasonings.
That's how you make them
some
in
of
there.
This stuff, some of this stuff.
Typical
You know what I mean?
chef recipe, but it is absolutely delicious. I love it.
And then then you grind up the pistachios. You bread them in that. You fry them in 20 pounds of butter.
He did.
Yeah, there was
He had
butter there.
no 4
Very
tablespoons.
important.
You had 4 tablespoons of butter.
Oh,
in there.
really?
And yeah, I watched.
It
I
wasn't that
counted.
It was
Yeah.
it was a normal amount of butter.
Yeah.
Just like how we have a normal amount of garlic in any.
But I
But you
think
need
I
it.
think each one is really unique in itself.
Yeah.
And it just shows, I think, as a chef, having Redner's as your pantry,
Yeah.
per se, you get to go in there, you shop around, and you see this, you see that. It's amazing. Amazing. Look at all the great stuff that Meredith made, too.
I know.
I'm really liking this
Yeah,
stuff,
good job. By the way, not a huge cabbage fan. Very much enjoying the flavor
See,
of the
and
cabbage.
sometimes that's all it takes is just experimenting, trying some other things that you don't normally, go out of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
right? Try to reach out. Sometimes that happens just having friends over and doing like a potluck or getting together with friends and preparing
Yay.
different types of items, which truthfully, I probably would have never have had the pistachio coated crab cake
or
and the asparagus wrapped in brisket
Right.
and the Reuben stuffed chicken breast.
That was really good.
But now, I tasted, I got a hook for the flavor, and I also experienced it in terms of I see how quick and easy it is, and we can make this happen.
Well, let's.
Well, you were a big part of it because I text Mara and say, hey, what's on the agenda? And she's like, brisket. I'm thinking like beef brisket.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God she sent me a picture of the ad. I said, ooh.
Oh, got it.
Yes. So speaking of the ad, do not forget that is our promotion coming up for March 6th. So again, our Black Canyon Angus beef flat cut corned beef brisket will be $10 off with any spend of $150 or more. So it's a really great deal. It's a fabulous piece of beef. Pretty simple. Gonna take it out of the package, use the seasoning package, which is right in here. Slow roast it at 275 degrees
Yeah,
for...
there's actually 3 different
yeah.
types of cooking ways to do it.
Oh, you can't go wrong. It's
Oh,
all right
it's
here. All you have
incredible.
to do is
I love
read.
it.
And then, once you roast this baby off, you could try all the different things that Chef Tim showed us today, or you can go into do those briskets, the egg rolls, the casseroles, however you want to do it. Put it on your salad, put it on your egg sandwich in the morning.
Yeah. Make a Reuben.
Make a Reuben. And if you
in the
need
morning-
that, I have that recipe.
In the morning, a corned beef sweet potato hash with a sunny side egg up on top of it. That's outstanding.
That does sound good.
Awesome.
I'm telling you.
Let's
This
take a quick
corned beef,
break.
you-
Okay.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. I want Chef and Meredith to be able to finish their thoughts here on Redner's Food for Thought. And we will be back after a few messages here on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. Don't go anywhere. Food for Thought, wrapping it up in just a few minutes.
Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Pawlowski's in Sinking Spring is your one-stop automotive service, collision center, state emissions inspection, and diagnostics. Their experienced staff installs what they sell, car, truck, and SUV accessories to personalize your vehicle. You have the right to choose who does your auto body repairs after an accident. So keep Pawlowski's in mind when you have an automotive need. From everyone at Pawlowski's, thanks for listening to WEEU, and thanks for your business.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called testosterone. Resnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text MAIN to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text MAIN to 321-321. That's MAIN to 321-321.
Hey guys, do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now? Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Nox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Nox 47 is brand new. The hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
Find out how to get Nox 47 for free. Call now, 800-480-8114. That's 800-480-8114. Free bottles for limited time. Call 800-480-8114. That's 800-480-8114.
Since 1970, Redner's Markets has grown thanks to the Berks County community. Your continued commitment is rewarded by becoming a part of their Redner's Rewards program.
Just 30? 30 seconds,
There it is. Savings with grocery deals, special offers, and surprise savings from your favorite employee-owned shopping center. Rewards members save at the pump, too, with discounts on fuel prices at Redner's
10,
and many more select locations. Shop, earn, and save with the
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hits.com.
Welcome back once more for the final time this evening here on Redner's Food for Thought. We have had quite the show. We're at about 4 minutes to the top of the hour. We managed to get in some really, really good stuff today.
Yes, so Chef started out our night with Reuben stuffed chicken, which, again, we are featuring our, we already put it away. Our,
Should we get it back out?
No, it's okay. Our Angus beef brisket, our corned beef brisket, which is simply your traditional beef brisket with a little additional seasoning packet. Roasted that in the oven at 275 degrees for roughly 3.5 hours. All the instructions are here, so depending on how you would like to prepare it, it is totally there. We have a great promotion going on starting March 6th through March 19th, where it is $10 off this beautiful piece of meat that is so flavorful and versatile. You definitely want to take advantage of that. So he sliced the brisket and then stuffed the Redner's chicken breast, put a little sauerkraut in there, Swiss cheese, and then Thousand Island for a little dipping sauce on the side with little leaf lettuce.
Yes, love it.
Okay, so that was pretty quick and easy after you got that initial beef brisket roasted and done out of the way. We had some roasted cabbage slices. So very simply, you take your head of cabbage, vertically slice it, throw it on a cooking sheet, spritz of olive oil, garlic powder, salt, pepper, in the oven, 375 degrees for approximately 30 minutes, and they were absolutely delicious. They browned up really nice. Chef, you want to talk to us about the asparagus and corned beef brisket and crab cake?
I'll tell you what, I'm walking through Redner's, I see this beautiful asparagus. I can't say that enough, so I got the asparagus. I said, you know what, I'll take that corned beef, slice it thin, roll the asparagus with the corned beef, and then pair it with a crab cake, and because it's St. Patrick's Day, the pistachio nuts, blend them up, bread them, and just put them in the pan for what, not even 10 minutes?
Yeah, was not long. And you had the lid on for the asparagus, so they steamed up nice and quick.
Steam up,
Very good.
Yeah,
and
pair them together, and then a hollandaise sauce. There you go.
But I love that you can certainly serve this as a meal, or you can serve it as an appetizer, like as some finger foods. You know, having some folks come over for any festivities for the month of March. This could even roll over into Easter, really.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty fabulous. So you definitely want to stock up on that corned beef brisket. And our very last thing before we close out the show, because we always like to have a little sweet treat. Isn't this the best? This is totally a little fun. So a little fun treat if you have some little ones. My little chefs were unable to be here today. They are across the street at a friend's house. But if you go to Chex.com, as in Chex Mix, they have so many fabulous recipes, and this is their St. Patty's Day mix, which of course involves the famous cereal Lucky Charms, a little drizzle of some white chocolate, some sprinkles, and of course the green M&Ms. So make sure you use the green M&M for St. Patty's Day. This is a little leprechaun treat, so you definitely want to check that out, and those recipes can be found at Chex.com. You could toss it in the refrigerator to get nice and cool and hardened up, and then put it in an airtight container.
Easy peasy.
Absolutely. And don't forget to look for the March-April Health Sense magazine, available online at rednersmarkets.com, and will be in stores starting next week for free.
Nice.
Nice, Scott. Good job, everybody.
Good job, you
Stuck
guys.
the landing. Thank you so much once again to Meredith McGrath, Chef Tim, and Redner's Mark. And let's not forget our little videographer.
And Amber is here. She was behind the scenes with us, and she is doing a new vlog every week on Thursday. Really great recipes, and she takes you along with her to cook, to shop, and cook. So check out her recipes, really great recipes, and we hope to have her on the show really soon.
Until next month, take care, folks.
The voice of Berks and beyond, 830 WEEU Ready.